Hello friends, it is almost 2 p.m. which means in 10 minutes, it's 10 to 2 p.m. In 10 minutes Dewey is starting and I'm planning on participating. My first plan is to finish Bird Box because I'd like to finish this one, and I haven't read very much since last weekend. I have really been reading very little over the week. But it reads pretty fast, so we'll see how quickly I finish it. I've started on a TBR unwrapping that is really short, and I don't have a really high expectation for it, but it's a quick read. And it's Demon Princess by Michelle Rowan. The first book is called Rain or Shine, I think, or it's the series that's called Rain or Shine, and the first book is called Demon Princess. I'm not really sure. I read the first 60 pages and it's 75 pages, and it's quick, and I had really started out bad, but it's not as bad as I think it's going to be, so we'll see. In audio, I still have an hour. This is this much left of this, or half an hour or something like that, so I'll listen to this and finish it, and I'll be starting on an augmentation of Historians by Jodie Taylor and listen to that. I have to do some chores because I've just come home from buying a birthday present from my brother, so I don't have very much at hand. Then I have 2 mangas that I'm going to try and fit in between stuff. That is Scott Pilgrim, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm really excited to see what they are like. I have had them out from the library for a while, so they have to go back soon. So I decided I could read them for the Readathon because it's nice to have some easy graphics works lying around for you. Then I have thought about finishing up maybe The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski because I haven't touched it since the news, and I have a few stories left and I could finish it possibly, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for it. So it's a possible one. And I have put this one, which is one of my fantasy festival book haul books, which is called Duftapoteket, or The Smelling Apothecary or Pharmacy, which I think is a really good middle grade. It's not very long either, so I could get it through it pretty quickly. It has sort of a large-ish font, so I might start that when I finish Bird Box, just because it seems whimsical and fun. But I'm not sure. And then I also brought Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury. I don't know if this is like horror. I know Something Wicked This Way Comes is considered horror, but I'm not sure if this one is. But this one is the first book in a series where Something Wicked This Way Comes is the second book. So it's set in the same universe at least, so I don't know what it's like. It says that it's the summer of 28. It says the summer of 28 was a vintage season for a growing boy, a summer of green apple trees, mowed lawns, and new sneakers, of half-burnt firecrackers, of gathering dandelions, of grandma's belly-busting dinner. It was a summer of sorrows and marvels and gold-fuzzed bees, and a magical, timeless summer in the life of a 12-year-old boy named Douglas Spaulding, remembered forever by the incomparable Ray Bradbury. I don't have any idea what this is about, and I don't know if it's a difficult language. Like, the books are short, but the text is pretty tiny, so I don't know if this is something I'll pick up or if be feeling like it's a little too daunting. The last and final thing that I have on my plate is the next Roger Zelazny book, which is called Blood of Amber. I would like to get started on this at least and see how far I can get, so I possibly can finish it next week before the 30th, so that I can enjoy having read another book in this and not be too stressed about it. I still have quite a long way to go in order to finish this by the end of the month, but let's see how it goes. I'm definitely going to attempt it, and I also would love to make progress in down these strange streets. So I have a lot of possibilities. I don't think this is gonna happen because although the stories are great, some of them at least, it takes a long time for me to read every single story because, like, it's a large paperback and the margins are pretty small, so there's a lot of text on each side page. So it takes me, I get through about 30 pages an hour of this, so that's why I haven't made super much progress. So I'd rather possibly save this for next week or something when I can read a story here and there. So I have a lot of ideas, but I don't know which ones I'm actually going to be reading. There is a lot of sportsy things going on this weekend. I would love to see handball, and I want to see badminton. I want to see the Formula One qualifying. And there's also something else, and then there's the Great Baking Show tonight. So, but I can read while I'm watching sports, so it's not too bad. I'm going to do that. But I'm interested in seeing how much I'm going to get read. But yeah, happy Deweys, everyone. I hope you all are going to do well and have had a great reading time over Deweys. I hope I will too. Bye! Hey friends! I wanted to check in with a quick update. It is now almost 7 p.m. So we are 5 hours into the readathon, and I finished Bird Box by Josh Malerman, and I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I wasn't scared, and that's probably what I was most disappointed by because I thought I was going to get scared, but I wasn't. Yeah, don't know. But I also started on Scott Pilgrim. I'm halfway. So that's what I've been reading. I've been watching a lot of sports, and right now I'm gonna go and get some dinner. So I can eat something, and then I am going to try and finish this before the Great Baking Show, which starts at 8. I feel like maybe starting on this. So we'll see if I pick that up or if I decide to finish this and then pick it up later. I don't know what my thoughts are about that, but I think I might just gonna get a pizza down the street, because it's easy and close by, and it's raining outside, so I don't feel like going outside for too long. It's been raining a lot today, or this weekend, especially today, over the night and today. I think it said there's been like 22, 25 millimeters just over today, and it has been raining a lot up until today as well. Like, it's been a lot of rain the past month, so a lot of the fields have flooded, and that the water, when it sort of goes into the smaller streams, which ends up in a bigger stream that goes through our city, so it's close to going over its breaches again. We've tried this before a couple of times, and it usually is it can be pretty disastrous for those who have houses or cafes or stores and stuff surrounding the stream, but I don't ever get affected by that, but I still think it's weird. So I might go, if tomorrow is a little bit better, I might go and see how things are going, but I don't know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna go get pizza now, get something to eat, and then I will check in with you later with a reading update. Bye. Hi friends, it's now 11:30, so almost 10 hours into the readathon, and I'm in bed, so I'm going to read until I drop, and it's probably not going to be long because I usually don't sleep that long. But positive notes is tonight we're turning into winter time, which means I get 1 extra hour over this next day, so which means I will also have an extra hour of sleeping, so I'm probably gonna wake up pretty early. Yeah, I have picked up this book, and so far it's good. I am I've read the first 5 chapters. I'm on page 54, so not very long, but it's good. And it's 250 pages, so I have 200 pages left ish, and it reads pretty fast. Otherwise, I have finished Scott Pilgrim, the first volume, and I finished Feet of Clay by Tara Pratchett. So I haven't read super much this evening because I've just been doing other things, but hopefully I can make a good finish and finish this one and possibly another Scott Pilgrim volume, and also start on an audio tomorrow. So I don't know what my totals are so far, but if I can figure that out by myself, I'll try and leave the tallies here so you can know. I'm going to read until the drop, as I said, and then I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is 7:30. I woke up at, I don't know, 5. Thought to myself, I need to get back to sleep because that's a little too early, even if the time was an hour behind. So I slept another hour and then I woke up and I read something. Where did I put the book? I started reading. I'm over halfway now. I'm on page 140 and I'm really enjoying it. I have read 100 pages since I woke up. Because I didn't read anything yesterday after I talked to you, I almost fell asleep immediately. That's what happened. So I read this morning 100 pages, and in an hour and a half time. So it reads really fast, and I'll definitely finish this soon. But I'm gonna get some breakfast now because I'm really hungry, and then I'll check on social media and stuff as I eat my breakfast. And then I'll go back and finish this one. And I don't know what to pick up afterwards because this one I could do, but I'd rather wait until after I finish something else. I don't really feel like any of these at this moment in time. I don't feel like starting the Roger Lasney book. So I don't know. I would love to read something where I can start and finish it just like this one. So I don't know if I'm going to read an ebook or if I'm gonna go look at what I have. I mean, I have this, but I'm not sure if I can finish it. It's a little longer. It has very large text though, but I don't know. And these are for November reading. What else? I have a couple of books I've started and stuff, but I'm not really in the mood. I have a library book. I'm not really in the mood. I'm just looking at all of the things that I got. I could also start another book from the Fantasy Festival. I have a lot of things I could do. This one is not very long, so I might be able to read all of it. It's only, what is it? Back a glossary in the back, so which takes up a lot of space as well. Only 198. Maybe I'll try and start this and finish it. It depends on when I finish the smelly apothecary thing. Oh, by the way, the book. Maybe I should tell you a little bit about what it's about. We follow this girl who has moved in with her family to this old, weird house, and it always smells really weird. And she's really annoyed with having had to move, but considering she couldn't really do anything about it, she met one of the neighbor kids who was also very fascinated with the house, but he was a little scared of it because there's been a lot of talk in town about how it was haunted or how it was doing stuff that there was an old order that has a lot to do with it, and it was scary when people talked about all of the stories surrounding the house. But it ends up with them going on a sort of adventure thing in the house, or just searching the house for things and seeing if they can find some new places. And they find a key, they find stuff, and by the end they end up finding this room that's filled with all of these bottles with different names on them, and they smell differently. And the little brother Benno, her little brother Benno, is on this as well. Together with them, he accidentally drops one of the bottles, and it smells weird, and it sets the house. It starts a snowstorm sort of like thing outside, because it's like a winter smell, so that sort of sets off the whole thing, and it's super fun. Like, there's just something about it. I really, really enjoy it, and it was just as I expected it to be, and I'm happy I picked it up. And yeah, now I'm gonna go get some breakfast because I'm hungry, and then I will check in with you later when I finish this one and my ratings. Currently, I'm thinking between a 4 and a 5. It depends a lot on the end, on what I'm gonna end up rating it. But yeah, happy I read it. Talk to you later. Bye. Hi, friends. Ooh. Hello, friends. It is now 10 a.m. So there's 4 more hours of breweries. I finished the smelling apothecary. Or I actually think the title of this, like the series title, is the Duftapothek, or the smelling apothecary, and the title of this specific book is called "There's a Secret in the Air," and I loved it. I know there's 2 more books that's been written in German, but they haven't been translated yet, and I'm going to be on the lookout for when that happens, because oh my god, I love that one. I'm definitely going to get the next ones. They were so much fun. I don't know, I've been thinking whether I'm gonna go for a walk now, but the weather is weird. One moment it's raining, one moment it's the sun is shining, so I don't know if I should just wait until after the readathon is over. And now I don't know what to start next. We will see what happens. But yeah, super happy I read this one. I loved it a lot. I think it's a 4.5. Definitely enjoyed it. It's one of the better middle grade books I've read in a while, so I'm excited. I hope that I will read more fun stuff over the readathon, and I'll check in with you later. Bye. So technically, it is 1 p.m. and the readathon is over, but usually the readathon wouldn't be over until 2, so I'm gonna finish this one and call it over then. I have 50 pages left and I can finish it, so I'm gonna do that. Bye. Oh, I kind of feel like I forgot to check in with you by the end of Dewey's. I know I updated Instagram, but I think I forgot to check in with you. So better do it now before I forget it again. I ended up finishing Pigen fra Fenmarken, or The Girl from the Fenfield. This is, we follow these 3 boys. We follow the perspective of Lucas. Lucas is, I feel like they are high school age, maybe a little older, but I feel like they're around 18, 19. And we start out by being at this party, and one of them, and they start feeling weird, and something happens. A girl is trying to contact Lucas through his dreams or something like that. He ends up being swept into this thing with his brothers Lasse and Chris. Lasse and Chris, I think they're brothers, or they just, but it also could be that they just have such a strong connection and friendship that they call each other brothers. But Lucas is the oldest of them. And what happens is that when this girl, she is asking them to help her bring her back to her world, to her forest, where she's from, and they are confused because they don't know what she's talking about, but that ends up with her changing how they look and their appearance, and they sort of end up becoming elves, like forest elves, and they come into this world called Anya. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled like that. So with an N with one of those weird things on top, and I feel like it's like Anya maybe. And they come to this new world, and they have a sense that they need to get to the forest. Like they are sort of dragged to the forest, and then they see dinosaurs and stuff, and they end up coming into this clan of elves, which they become part of, and sort of like that, and it's part of a bigger story. It's definitely sets up the series for the next coming books. It took a little bit for me to really become invested, but I did really end up enjoying it. I thought that the writing was interesting. It was weird in places, but I think that it made sense, and I really liked the characters and how they developed, and so I'm looking forward to reading on, but I don't know when I will be reading on. It's not like I'm super excited to pick up the next one, but I think I'm giving it 4 stars. Like it was a 3.75 or 4 stars, somewhere around that, but I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm just gonna give it 4 stars. And yeah, so that was the end, and in total I read 900 and I think 26 pages is what I counted it to. I'll leave the final stats here. I finished 5 books or things. First thing, I like that I can use the Deweys most often to finish the things that I'm currently working on. So I finished Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I had about half of the book left. I give it 3 stars. I finished Feet of Clay. I had about 50 pages left. I loved it. 4.5 stars. It's not as good as the other 2 books in the series, but I still enjoyed it. I finished Scott Pilgrim, the first volume, which says Rocks a Style or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. It had a weird start, but I ended up really enjoying it. It's a contemporary sort of manga. Then I read Duftabok, which I feel like is my favorite read of the last 24 hours or over the Deweys, and I give it 4.5 stars. Finally, I finished Pigen fra Finnmarken by Mikkel Vendelbo, which I gave 4 stars. So I'm happy. Only one of the books were graphic stuff, so I feel like that's pretty successful. The thing is, I could have listened to a lot of audio and it made me more progress, but if I don't challenge myself to finish the book that I'm currently reading when it's Deweys and stuff, I don't get through them. I mean, I have no issue getting through audiobooks. My issue is the physical books, and this weekend I finished 5 of them, so I'm really happy about that. And 2 of them I started this weekend, and 2 of them are really brand new, and other ones are veterans on my shelf. So yeah, I'm happy I read them. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I'll talk to you later.